Hello everyone, it's Rob's guy. Welcome back to another video. Alright, so in today's video we're gonna go over what I think is a potential catalyst for Palantir, and I believe it's gonna cause the stock price to shoot up, not like dramatically, possibly, but it's definitely gonna make it shoot up gradually. So we'll go over the catalyst, and we'll also go over some data, looking over some data of what's going on with options, where like the big money is going and stuff like that. So I'll cover that data, and I'm using Cheddar Flow to do that. So we'll go over into more detail on where the money is going, where the open interest is, or the most open interest is at, where the big money is going into, like where the millions of dollars are going into which options and stuff like that, which strikes and all that stuff. So we'll cover that in a second. But anyway, so again, I just wanted to emphasize, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you guys the news the way I see it. This is all my thoughts and opinions for entertainment purposes, and I'm just showing you guys the data that I see, and we're just talking about it all together as a family in a way. So anyway, so let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about the catalyst first. So as you can see on my right hand side, basically the catalyst is something very similar to like demo day. Basically Palantir is having a double click kind of demo series. So the first one is on April 14th. So it's definitely coming up. It's like within like a month reach. So I believe it's gonna be a potential catalyst to drive the stock up. So if you're a short-term person, this is probably like a good time to be thinking about if you want to maybe purchase some calls or stuff like that, or do some different or there's different strategies for options, but you can take that into account. So as you guys know from last demo day, basically what happened before or leading up to that demo day, the stock definitely went up a lot, and then shortly after the demo day it went up even more. So who knows, it could be the very same thing, or maybe it's already expected on what's going to be covered. Either way, I think it's gonna be a good demo because they're gonna do more in-depth, basically explanation of their Foundry platform. And keep in mind, Palantir has three different types of platforms. Basically, they have Gotham for the government side, and Foundry is more for like the private sector. So it's really good that they showcase the Foundry more, because the Foundry is the one that they actually need to get out more into the customers and stuff. So either way, I think it may be a potential catalyst, and seeing that the date is on April 14th, I'm looking at some option data right now, and there's a lot of options in April 16th coming up. So there's a lot of money getting poured into that. So let's cover that more in detail right now, and I'll showcase like the open interest, the options, and the strikes and all that stuff. So let's get into it. All right, everyone. So let's take a look at the Cheddar Flow options. So as you can see, I basically just started like a free trial. So I've actually used this before a while ago, but then I started doing like option wheels. So there's kind of no point in doing this because I was just focusing on one stock. But either way, I just wanted to get this so I can show you guys how basically what's going on with the options, the option flows that are coming in. And so as you can see, overall it was a bullish day today. So you can, here shows you like a lot of data of like what's going on. So you can see like there's SPY and BA and BAC. It basically shows you kind of like a real time as they come in, and it shows you the expirations that people are getting, if it's a calls or puts and stuff like that. So it's a lot of really good data. So anyways, let's get into basically like, let's look at the flow overview. So for today, there's a lot of calls coming in for Tesla, and this just shows you kind of like where the most calls are coming in, basically where like the most amount of money is coming in overall. So as you can see, Palantir is right here. It's actually doing very well within the flow overview, I think. So that just means like Palantir has like a lot of like option action basically. And then on the bear side, so actually before we go into that, so as you can see overall, it has around 7.7 million in premium of like the high value options, and then for the bearish side, it's actually way down here, and so it only has 1.4 million in premium. So overall, based on today, there's more bullish flow for a Palantir than the bearish flow. So now let's take a look at this data over here. So here, basically, I filtered it to show kind of like what's going on within this month. So as you can see here, it's like the beginning of the month till today. Anyway, so as you can see here, this data is basically filtered it down by open interest. So open interest, basically the options that people are still holding on to. It's kind of like a good indicator, showing that like they're still like either bullish or bearish on that particular option that they played. So they're still holding on to it. And as you can see here, the open interest kind of has been rising. So just yesterday, the open interest for the expiration of the May 21st strike with 30, it has risen a little bit. So there's more people holding on to this one. So from yesterday, it was 69,163, and today is 69,615. So another way to double check if this is kind of like true data, I just opened up my Robinhood, and then as you can see, I went to Palantir, and then I went to that specific date for the calls, and then I just wanted to look at the open interest from there. So it definitely matches. So this data is definitely I guess confirmed based on like the Robinhood brokerage and the other brokerages that I have seen. So yeah, anyway, so let's get into it. So as you can see here, basically there's been a lot of calls coming in for the 30 strike for May 21st, and they've all been kind of consecutive for 30. So 30, 30, 30, pretty much almost all of them are 30 for the May 21st, and they've been coming in since the beginning of the month up until today. They're still coming in. So there's a lot of money coming into for the May 21st, 2021. So the one that I wanted to focus on more is the let's scroll down here. So as you can see here, there's some good ones for the April 16th, and again they're 30. So pretty much this is kind of like an indicator saying that there's definitely more bullish sentiment that Palantir will be around 30 or more around by this expiration. So that you can just take this data and then do what you want with it. But this is kind of like I guess my analysis based on what I'm seeing here. So anyways, now let's take a look at where the big money is going to. So if we kind of filter down by premium value. So as you can see, there was a 6.4 million like kind of premium overall, like pretty big size for the 26 strike for expiration of June 18. So that's kind of like a very bullish type of sentiment there, and this type was a sweep. So in case you're asking yourself, what's sweep, what's split? So sweeps and splits, they're basically based on urgency. So if these come in with a sweep or split, that means that whoever is buying these are trying to buy them like with like high urgency, versus a block. So block is basically, it means like it's more of like an institutional buying. So this is where like the kind of like the big money comes in. So usually blocks have I think blocks have higher value overall, but yeah, so that basically is what it means. So block is where it's more of a institutional buying. But anyway, so as you can see here, there's kind of big orders. So 3.1 million for the 618 and another 6.4 million. So in total, it's almost like around 9.5 million. So it's kind of big. And then another 1.5 million for the 810. This one actually came in today. So anyways, if you like this data, if you want me to do more videos of like showing you guys the option flow and stuff like that, so definitely give a like, really appreciate it. And then make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll be doing more more videos like this showing the option flow and stuff. And unfortunately, I can't do live or real time during market hours. I could only showcase this during pre-market or aftermarket. So either way, I think it's just good data to give to you guys, so you can do with it with whatever you want, whatever you want. do as you please with this data, but don't follow this data like with 100% accuracy. Like, even though there's a bullish sentiment, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the direction it's going. It just means more people are putting their money in towards that direction, but it is not always the case, right? So just keep that in mind. But anyways, yeah, so make sure you give a like, really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.